Hello viewers, welcome to Elim TV, a station where you watch, learn and also interact. Your tutor today is Mr. Wanyoike, an agriculture teacher. In today's lesson, we are in lesson 24 and the topic in Form 3 and the topic is livestock production 4 and the subtopic is beekeeping. And to the lesson objective, by the end of this lesson, you should be able to, number one, explain the reasons why the bees swarm, and number two, explain how handling of bees is done, and finally, number three, explain the process of harvesting honey. The swarming of bees. This is whereby a group of bees, the bee colony, normally move from one place to another, or normally relocate from one place to another. That is what we refer to as swarming of the bee. You can see those through these images. There are several bees which are flying away, and that action is what we refer to as swarming of bees. And you can see on the third diagram, after swarming away from the homeland, they normally go to another place where they normally go and seek refuge. You can see they have sought a refuge on a plant, on a tree. Reasons for swarming. Why do the bees swarm? The reason number one is food shortage. If the area there are few flowers, or the beekeeper does not provide do not supplement what they get from flowers, then meaning that those bees will fly away. The second reason is number two, outbreak of diseases and parasites. If there is an event whereby diseases and parasites break, it means that the bees will swarm away. Then the number three, damaged of brood and combs, and therefore whenever you are harvesting, you are supposed to damage the brood, because by so doing you will encourage the process of swarming of bees. Then number four, lack of adequate ventilation. If the bees realizes that in the beehive there is no free circulation of air, it means that they will go and look for another beehive which will facilitate ventilation process from taking place. Then we have dampness and bad smell. Therefore, you should make sure that inside the beehive there is warm, is all time. Also, you make sure that there is no bad smell. Number six, when there is a sick, or when the queen becomes sick or infertile, the whole colony kills that queen and swarms away. And when they go to another place, they normally elect another worker to become a queen. Then we have overcrowding. Overcrowding is another reason why the swarms normally swarm away, and whenever there is no enough space, some of the bees swarms away so that they can create more space for the bees which remains in the beehive. Then we have the handling of bees. How are you supposed to handle the bees? Number one, bees should not be frightened. You're not supposed to frighten the bees, because if you frighten them, they become aggressive and they work on you accordingly. Then number two, approach the beehive from behind. Yes, you should respect the beehive, and the bees, once you approach the beehive from behind, they will not see you, and therefore you are supposed to approach quietly. Then number three, use of a smoker properly. Actually, whenever you are handling the bees during harvesting, you are supposed to put 3 puffs around the beehives. Then you put the several puffs inside the beehive, and these will cause the bees inside to feed excessive free feed on the honey, and therefore they become heavy, and therefore they become docile, and therefore they will not sting. Do not crush the bees during handling. Yes, by so doing, if you crush them, they will sting you. Then number 5, approach the bees quietly. As I said, whenever you want to go and carry out inspection, or when you want to harvest. If stung, never run away. or throw the combs down. Therefore, instead you're supposed to scrap it with a sharp razor, and therefore you're not supposed to rub it away. You're not supposed to throw the comb away, and also you're not supposed to rub the area where you are stung by the bee. Instead, you are supposed to use a sharp scalpel or razor blade to rub to remove the sting. Then number 8, always wear a protective gear when handling bees. Then we go to equipment used when harvesting honey. The first one, we have a protective gear. It includes the following gadgets. We have the gloves, then we have the overall. As you can see, there is an overall there, and also a pair of gloves. Then we have veil. A veil is the one which is supposed to cover the head, and therefore making sure that the head of the farmer who wants to harvest the honey is well protected. Then the other one, you're supposed to wear gumboot when it comes to harvesting of honey from a particular beehive. Then you are supposed to use a smoker which will introduce the smoke into the beehive. Then you will require also the beehive tool. This is the one which is used for removing the top bars, for example in the Kenya top bar hive, whenever you want to carry out the harvesting. Then bee brush, it is used for brushing off the bees from the combs whenever harvesting is carried down. Then we have the honey container. It should be transparent and clean, and this is where you normally place the honey which is harvested from the bee hive. We have come to the end of today's lesson, and I will mark the end of this lesson by assigning you some questions. And the first question, you are supposed to state any 4 types of equipments used during harvesting of honey. Then number 2, explain any 5 reasons reasons why bees swarm. You are supposed to explain any 5 reasons why bees swarm. Then for reference, you can refer from Secondary Agriculture Student Book 3, and the publisher is the Kenya Literature Bureau. For more information, if you'd like to clarify something from us, you can reach us at Elim TV using the following addresses. The first one, SMS using the number which is well displayed for you. You can also use the YouTube at Elim TV, and also our Facebook platform at Elim TV. And finally, you can use the Twitter at elimtv_ke. Thank you for joining me in this lesson. Till next lesson, goodbye.